Hello, 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 everybody. How are we all tonight? I'm all right, I guess. Let's get in Discord. Maybe somebody would come in. But we're going to draw a red star tonight from DC. There, we're in there. Hopefully, let's go share this out. There we go. Hit the X to share. And Hey, Devil Flyer, how are you? Not that I'm actually expecting a response. I hardly ever get it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so red star. Da. What shall we do with the red star? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? What shall we do with the drunken sailor? So early. Oh, what shall we do with the red star? What shall we do with the red star so early in the What shall we do with the red star? What shall we do with the red star so early in the morning? What shall we do with the red star? What shall... Let's keep the red star done. Yes, very good. That's looking good. Ah, da. Da. So, da. Oh, I got visor of this, yes. Look up. Be looking up. There we go. Alpha, cool, you are back. Yeah, are you coming on to do some snowdrift? Did you get your project done today? Your I got the animation submitted at 6. Well, 6 your time, so that'd be 8 my time? So you already had it submitted? Well, you submitted while we were doing my thing? Or do you mean 6 p.m. tonight? I'm awaiting a response. You're awaiting the reply. Well, hopefully it's a good reply. Like, and just for your information, I am drawing Red Star up from DC Comics tonight. Is he Russian? I believe so. Not that I'm going to be able to read this, but Leonard Kovar, Leonid Kovar, national hero. single unnamed father. Eyes gold, hair reddish blonde. Base of operations USSR. So yeah, I think he would be Russian. So when I had Raul on here the other night, I ended up telling him about you being an animator and doing that part of that game for on Steam. I'm not sure whether he's gonna go buy it to play it or not, but he definitely liked the fact that you had did it because he's a little bit of a gamer. He plays games on his channel. I wish I had a time. I wish I had time to game. Maybe when we get you working for Cross Comics full time, where Cross Comics can pay your bills every month. Now, do you think if I could afford it, that you could do, say, 24 to 48 pages a month? 1 to 2 issues, basically. As long as I don't have to move to Canada. No. Well, there is a second pass. Maybe you have to come to visit to Canada every so often, but that's not the same as living here. And I get that, just as much as I like living in Canada, you like living in the United States of America. And especially Texas. And if you haven't, like and share. That's too far from Texas. Yeah, you'd have a good old time. Bring you up to Alberta. It'd be like you never left Texas. Come up for the Calgary Stampede. That's something I'd like to do one year, visit the Calgary Stampede. That's something I haven't done yet. That is a rodeo that takes place over like a week, 2 weeks. They have cows. Yes, we have cows here, even in Ontario. Ontario. There is there's a show that is in Alberta called not Homeland. Uh, Heartland. If you can find the show Heartland to watch, it's got like over 10 seasons. Take a look at it. It's pretty good. Actually, I might have a season or two of it. Let me check. See what I got. Season or two of Heartland. God, I never do. Got Dynasty. Right. No, Heartland. So I guess because you're tired, you're not gonna come on tonight, do a little snowdrift. Start getting the pages started. I'm trying to find that format page again. Give me a sec. It's in Studio Drive. I'm not even sure whether that is in Snowdrift 2, but I can put it up in Snowdrift 2 for you. I don't even know where I downloaded it to. I know where I got it. I got it on Mixum, so. Do, 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 do. Print template. Cross comics. Let's see the rating there. And then we will open it. See. Okay, it's up there. I'm not sure. You're probably saying something to me or whatever. Well, up in the Snowdrift 2 folder, it's there now for you, Alpha Proto. No problem. No problem. All part of my job, as far as I'm concerned, to is get you stuff like that that you need to do your job. No, no, the pages. Now I know the pages I will make fit on the page. It's not perfect, but it's... Ah, it would help if I finished off his legs, too, eh? Uh, oh. Now you just need the boots, yeah. Now that didn't take long, really, to put them on. Put it around there. I guess we put, you know, do that there. Again, it looks a little cartoony, but that might be the perspective. But let's, let's add right here, color. Really line. Okay, so let's see. Light sheen, light sheen, light sheen. Okay, we're gonna put 6 under there because we want to do. I do skin color for the Rusky. Let's. Where did it go? Do the boots. There we go. So, face mask. Okay, red. Okay, so there we have most of the colors in. I set the page resolution to 300 DPI. Is that okay or is that too big? No, most things need to be 300 minimum, so that's good. Uh, Hair is done. I did that on the same way. What I use this. Uh, Tomorrow night I'm gonna do some, I guess, independent, where am I? Public domain character. I don't know who yet. Slow Tuesday night. Not a very active chat. For sure. And I shared it out too, so I don't know what's going on. Although my Manga Monday seemed to get me a person, a couple new subs. So that's good. I like that. I think it's got two more colors to go. A light green and skin color. Yabba dabba doo, Scooby Doo. There we go. Yeah, I wonder where everybody is tonight. I don't know what color that should be. You know what? Let's keep it that color. Because it's seen inside there. If I get done this early, I might quit early. Be done early. Not much going on tonight, it seems, so. I wasn't really up for coming on either tonight, but the show must go on. YouTube. Stream. Star. So I could shade this and all that, but I'm not really feeling up to it. So guess we'll be back tomorrow morning with Insectum. Oh, hey, Outcast. I was just gonna go off air, but I'll stay on for a couple more minutes. I just drew up and colored Red Star from DC Comics. Sort of in a bird's eye view looking down on him, and he's looking up. Oh! So actually, I will show off something. I recently updated my website. Well, I was saying that yesterday, but oh, that's what I was supposed to draw today. Rainbow Mika. I'll draw that tomorrow. Rainbow Mika. I know it's not exactly public domain, but I gotta put my camera above because that's gonna be a physical drawing. Yeah, I didn't get a lot of sleep last night and got some, shall we say, not great news on my way home. And all that is the girl that I liked. basically let me know that she's not interested. So let me chat. Bring that over here. Make that live. So we've updated our main page. So show a few things that are available that will be at Action Figure Comic Con on Saturday, January 31st from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. The Canadian Shield 3 is now for sale on the website, as well as the Absorb Power Set trading card. And that we will be at Niagara Falls Comic Con on Friday, June 5th through Sunday, June 7th. I was showing off the fan art page yesterday, showing Outcast and all that. You have a few months to go to get ready for that cross. Yes, I do. Well, and hopefully I will have a fifth comic when I go to Niagara Falls Comic Con. Hopefully, Snowdrift is completed and funded and printed by then. That I would like really, really much. So the links on this are now fixed. I'm not sure whether you can see that. Or are you? Let's see. Yeah, you're seeing that. So the pop up browser. So all that is done. All the links are working, all except for one at the moment. And that's the second one. The gift isn't working. I gotta turn it into a gift or a mauve or whatever. I gotta just put it in my editor and make it a new, different type of file that my website will support. So that's fairly easy. Comics to buy. I showed off yesterday. You can get the free Ashcan and digital version of the Ashcan and Canadian Shield 1 for free. We now have Canadian Shield 3 digital up there. Actually, I should probably take the digital for Canadian Shield 1 remastered out of there. I thought I did. And for shipping within Canada, shipping within the States, and worldwide, it's now on here. Canadian Shield 3. And let's see. Cross Comics trading cards. Absorb is up there now too. So we'll be adding a few.
Hey, Rick.
Hey, Metal, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Though not all right enough that I felt like doing my show today, so I canceled it, and then I'll hang out with you for however little you're still doing this.
Okay, well, probably would have just upped a little bit how long I'm doing it. With somebody actually coming on and just showing them the updates that I've done to my website.
Oh, were you running out of steam otherwise if I didn't come on?
Yeah, I did up. Drew up and colored. What's his name? Red Star from DC Comics.
I do not recognize that name off the top of my head. Let me look up who that is.
He's been
I
in the
had you
team
on this whole time, but
now.
I was not at my computer.
Yeah, he's part of the Teen Titans or been on the Teen Titans. He's a Russian.
Okay, no, I know he is now. Yeah, I just needed to see a picture. He's one of those guys that's like, I can never remember his name.
Yeah,
It makes sense, though. He's got a big red star on his chest.
yeah. So yeah, I drew him up. I wanted to find somebody a little bit more obscure than the regular Titans or Superman, Batman. Although I didn't put in
Yeah.
the title what this is today, so
There's a lot of people who have been on the Titans that I just do not remember their name and probably never will.
yeah. So yeah, I was just showing off that got on the main page. I'm saying that Canadian Shield 3 is now available for digital purchase and physical purchase on my
Mm-mm.
website. And couple cons that I'm going to be at in the next 6 months are up there. More stuff will be added moment, as I get more stuff, and hopefully other stuff will be taken down. uh, you know, after January 31st, I should be taking down that action figure Comic Con down because it will not will no longer be valid because it'll be passed.
Yeah, yeah. There should be a way you could put a timer to where it just goes off on its own, but that's probably too complicated.
Yeah, well, just it's just going in, removing, a picture or whatever. It's easy stuff.
Oh no, that part is easy. I know. I do that stuff myself. I'm just like, man, if only I could schedule for it to remove itself so I don't have to think about it.
Yeah. And just showing I updated my fan art page. I probably missed a few, but put a bunch on there. And I showed that off yesterday, but I showed the links too. Some of the links weren't working, so I got them all working yesterday and then or this morning, and showed that off a little bit, and then showed off the page where you can purchase Canadian Shield 3 and the absorb cards up there now too. So not that many people buy that. You know what I should put up there? I should put my metal card up there. That's the one thing that's not up there. There's something for me to update. Another thing.
Yeah.
Jeez. So yeah.
Oh, I know how it is. I know it is. Like I've been getting a lot of views on my website, but there've been a lot of pages that are dead ends. It's like, yeah, I know. I should be going. I should be adding more stuff to the website so people actually have things to look at.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, I haven't done updates in a while to it, so I figured it was time. I had that I was going to be at something called Super Crawl back in September, so it's like, okay, yeah, okay, time to get that off there and some other stuff. I think I forget. Oh, about the crowdfunding for Canadian Shield over on Fund My Comic.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like,
You gotta update a lot of your character bios too. Like one day we'll figure out what Christie's degree actually was.
yeah, yeah. One day when it really matters. Actually, that's what I'm gonna do too with you eventually, in the next few months, or maybe in a month or two. I gotta finish typing out a couple more bios that I have, and go through all the bios that I have on what's it? Something in Google, one of the Google things, not Docs, I think, but what is Google?
Oh, I just lumped them all under Google Docs as a name, but I guess you could call it Google Office.
Uh,
It's got a lot of different ones underneath it.
Sheet. I think it's Google Sheet.
Oh,
Uh,
their
oh
Excel
no.
program,
Oh
their
no.
spreadsheet.
No, it's not the sheets. Slides, maybe.
That would be their PowerPoint program.
Yeah, the slides one. I have all the. I'm slowly trying to put up all the picture, all of my bios up on there and correct everything on them and all that. So I need to go over them for spelling, grammar, and all that stuff, and then transfer it actually onto my main site, which is the hard part. All that work.
Oh yeah, it is tough when you are a one-man army.
Yeah.
You see, I always thought what I need to do is I need to like register X Dynamis Chaos as like an actual business, like an LLC or something, right? Though that costs money, and it's like I don't know if I want to do that. But I need to register as a business, so then I can like create an internship program for it, and then get like high school students to do all the work for me for free while they get credits.
I don't think we have LLCs here. We have business license and all that, but I don't think it's the same thing as an
Oh, you'd have
LLC.
something similar, right? Because an LLC is just a limited liability company, right? Like there would be an equivalent there. Um, I don't even know if you need that though, where you are. That's just one of the requirements for becoming having like an internship program in most places here.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be nice to be able to get somebody to do all my web work and say, hey, change this, change that for me. But I don't mind it. It's just sometimes I just gotta kick myself in the butt and do it. Because, usually it doesn't take that long. It's usually minor stuff. You know, not redesigning my whole website, which maybe I should do at
See,
some point.
the real reason I want an intern is for social media. I just want somebody within the rules that I set to manage social media for me that will like post anywhere between 5 to 10 times a day.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably supposed to post a lot more than I do, but
Oh yeah, if you want to grow, you got to post a lot.
yeah,
5 to 10 is like the minimum area. Like you should be posting a lot more than that.
I just don't think I have enough to post that much.
You could always repost, right? Like you want to do is you want like a couple new posts a day, and then you like repost things you've already posted to remind people of them.
Uh, yeah,
Actually, I think I shared it with you before. I don't know, but my buddy Annie Slug actually has like a really good kind of like lecture class that he did for the Newgrounds festivals about like managing social media and stuff because a lot of artists aren't businessmen, and one of the big business sides of promoting your stuff is social media, and
yeah,
you gotta you
and
gotta need to be your own agent.
I recognize that too, and that's why I've gotten on a lot of them.
Yeah.
Uh, and
Hey, you post more than I do, so like I know my own weakness there.
and my problem is I don't feel I have anything interesting to post. Like I post the links to my shows. That's it. Most of the time, sometimes
Oh, same. And that's the problem, right? Like you've got so much art and stuff about your characters that you should probably be like making a schedule. You could even schedule the posts ahead of time so you don't have to remember to do them. But you
yeah,
should be making the schedule to be like, okay, I'm gonna repost this thing about the Canadian Shield, and I'm gonna repost this thing about Snowdrift, or now that I've got a couple new posts, I'm gonna put like the campaign link or whatever we're doing right now there. It's like you gotta get into like a schedule of rotating your posts around,
yeah,
and you don't have to have new stuff all the time. You should look at like popular artists and how often, if you go into their media page on Twitter, you'll see the same picture over and over again, scattered throughout their media page because they're uploading it again to show people who missed it.
yeah. Yeah, I definitely probably need to do stuff like that. It's just, I feel weird reposting something I posted.
Oh, yep, I do too. I feel you on that, but that is how the network works.
Yeah. Pilfer Pup's here. Hey, Pilfer Pup. How are you? Thanks. He says, Yo, Cross, you're looking sexy today, baby.
No, 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 no. You have to say it the way he wrote it. Sexy.
Sexy today, baby. Thank you. And also, I should say thank you to Pilfer Pup, my patron, my one patron at this point. And if you want to
If
become
nobody got you, Pilfer Pup got you.
yeah. And also, if anybody out there wants to become a patron, I do have a Patreon. There is a link in the description for it. I could probably get it if somebody actually wanted it. Yeah.
Yes, sign up to Rick's patron so he can pay me for editing jobs.
Yeah. Yeah. So sign up so I can pay Alpha to draw and pay other people to draw too. Actually, that's more just getting more people to buy my comics.
Yeah.
And I've
The
got
cool thing about patron backers though is you get money from them without them ever having to buy a comic.
yeah, but certain things are certain sets. Like somebody who gives $10 a month, although I'd have to go buy some, it gets a trading not a sketch card. A sketch card of a character
Oh
of
yeah.
their choice.
See, I just put it that anybody who's 5 or more in a category, they get to see all the stuff as it's made, but they also just get a digital copy of the PDF anyway, because I doubt I'm ever going to sell that for up to $5. So whatever, here you go.
Yeah. And actually, that's something I gotta do too. A whole bunch of the websites, Gallant and whatever. What's the other one that we're on? That does comics, not webtoons.
Global.
Yeah, Global. I gotta upload Canadian Shield 1 for free there.
You should upload all of them on there. You can charge for the current stuff and make money off of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta start getting that stuff up there. Like Canadian Shield 1 just became free for the digital, off
Mhm.
my website. So, I'm hoping that will draw some more traffic and all that. I got to make a couple videos
Yeah,
for
and it makes
that.
sense to make the first one free on Global as well if it's already free on your site.
Yeah. And I'm trying to decide whether for Snowdrift 1 after my next campaign with the digital version will be free or whether I'm going to wait till after number 3 comes out for Snowdrift as well. Wait till, there's 2 issues out above one, and then the digital can become free on my site or wherever.
Yeah, I think waiting until then's probably fair. Especially if before you even do that, as soon as the ash can's done, you could just make the ash can free
Oh
because
yeah,
it's short. You know, just put that up there.
yeah. And it's so you click the, when you click them, they bring you right to the, the PDF page, that's on
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
Drive, and then
Because I think there's
there's a
no point
download.
in charging for a digital version of something that's only 4 pages.
Yeah, and I'm giving it out for free anyways for like in real life. So
Yeah,
a
yeah.
hard copy. So why would I be charging for the digital version?
There's some people out there who would, and to them, I think you're crazy.
Yeah, if you're giving the physical version away for free, to everybody, you should be giving the digital version away for free to everybody.
Oh yeah. But then you have crazy people like Marvel and DC that think they can charge as much for a digital copy as they do a physical copy. So there's crazy people out there.
Yeah, and there's crazy people that'll pay that price too.
I know. It's
I'm
like I
not one
wouldn't
of
pay
them.
more than $1 for one of those comics.
No. But my digitals, I think my digitals are reasonable price. $3.
Yeah, if you think so. I don't know. It's whatever the market will hold. I don't charge that much for digitals, but
Yeah.
also so far the only things that I've put up for sale anyway are things you could read on my website for free.
Yeah.
But you do get little bonuses.
Yeah. So then, like I'm just like, do I do it one out from thing or two? But I think two out from a thing. The digital being free. Like I knew, like when I was doing the Canadian Shield campaign this year or last year,
Yeah, yeah.
that at the beginning of the year I was going to make it the digital free for number one. So some people paid $2 on my thing for it, the digital, or they paid $7 for all three. I don't think most of those people will mind. It was to help the cause. So
Oh, so when you say three, you're saying like three CAD, right?
yeah.
Okay, no, that's even more reasonable.
Let's see, store comics to buy.
Because that's only like two and change USD. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can see that for a digital. That's not weird,
Yeah.
especially
Uh,
with inflation.
Yeah, and I've got to take. Actually, I thought I took it down. I got to take down the I have up here the free digital version of Canadian Shield 1. And then under the digital comics plus, I've got the Canadian Shield 1 there for $3. Just
Hmm.
get.
Which version do I want? The one I can get for free, or the one I have to pay for?
And I have a digital version of my coloring book there too for $5. But that's a lot more pages, so.
Listen, coloring books are out. Now that you can't still have coloring pages in there, full activity books. That's what's in.
Yeah, doing all the activity stuff. I'm not sure.
Yeah, we need
Joshua,
to make like a whole cross comics word search and stuff like that.
yeah, that or crossword puzzle. All up
Yeah,
and down.
yeah, across comics words.
Canadian Shield, Snowdrift. you know about that. Joshua is here. Hey, Joshua. He says, I would give my life for the Cross Comics cause. And then he's got some emoji there. Oh, I think standing
Oh,
at
it's a
attention.
salute.
Salute, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And Alpha, I think, is debating whether he would or not with the stroking the chin emoji.
Maybe. Maybe, or maybe he liked my idea of a full activity book. It could go either way there,
Yeah,
without any context.
I might like to do another coloring book again soon, but
If you do, I will volunteer my time to make one activity for your book, and I will even include illustrations so it fits in with the rest of the coloring book.
okay. Yeah, cross comics activity book. Yeah, that'd be something. Be something to do. Do a digital version first. It'd all be black and white except for the cover, so that would probably do like I think this one is 48, so I'd like to see if I could double it or at least times it in half. And if I'm putting activity stuff in there like word searches,
Mad
mazes,
Lib.
Madlib. What's Madlib?
Mad Lib is the one where like you have like a pre-written story, but then you take out like all of a bunch of the words. So it's like add a noun, add a verb, or whatever. And
Oh, okay. And then, then there's, unscramble the letters.
yeah,
There's the one where decode the thing to find out what a messages is. And that would work with my angel writing that I've angel alphabet that I
yeah.
concocted. I could write a sentence and thing and have the decoder thing on the bottom and say, "Hey, decode these messages from the angelic alphabet."
Yeah, because the cool thing about activity books are if you include illustrations on the sides of the activities, it's still also a coloring book.
Yeah, actually, that one you could be. What is Messenger saying? Who is Messenger talking to? And have it the thing. So you could have a picture of Messenger on the side and a few different word bubbles. Yeah, that would be.
You could do like one of those finish the drawing ones too, or
Yeah,
like part of the drawings there, and
yeah, and then the point thing, that's
ooh,
you
like
know,
connect the dots.
yeah. Connect the dots, da 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 dot. So you do the outline, but you keep all everything in the middle in there, or maybe do a couple things in the middle too that are connected.
As a joke, just make like the world's worst Where's Waldo because it's Where's the Shield, and he's just so big you see him right away anyway.
Yeah, but if it's black and white, would it be just as easy to spot him?
Maybe. Depend. I could be creative. I could hide him in a crowd pretty easily in a black and white image, but I think compared to everything else, he would still stand out like a sore thumb. You
Well,
got a man who's like practically twice the size of everyone else in height and like 3 times as wide.
yeah, yeah, that'd be neat to do. Activity book. That could be something that I have on the agenda this year. Activity book. Let's see whether. Well, the coloring book, I I contributed most of the drawings, but I did get quite a few. I got a few others. I'm just not sure whether I wouldn't want to go around trying to get a bunch of people doing drawings again. But I'm not sure whether I'd want to use all my drawings that I used. I'm not sure what I'd be doing. It's so hard to figure what I would want to do for that.
Oh, well, see that's also why that's the benefit of the activity book is like right, because the activities are the key thing. nobody cares if you reuse illustrations in it.
Yeah. Well, and I could use stuff from the books that I have out
Hmm.
already too. Uh, maybe a couple
I
from.
just remember when I was a kid, coloring books were cool, but like activity books were just way better.
Yeah. Well, it depends. Some people like the activity, some people like the coloring, some people like both. So yeah,
Yeah.
digital.
Joshua says I should yell subscribe to Cross Comics while doing something that would get this comment censored. We need somebody to go stand on like what was it? Good Morning America or whatever. You know how like the people are
Yeah.
outside with the signs in the crowd and you can see them through the glass door. It was somebody that just has like a big subscribe to Cross Comics on there.
Yeah. Or check out crosscomics.ca.
And then you get no traffic because who watches Good Morning America anymore?
Oh, I'd get traffic. It's not just it would just wouldn't be because of that. Not that I get a
Yeah.
lot of traffic to my. I don't know how much traffic I get to my site. I don't look at the analytics that often. Actually, I need to. That's not.
Somehow results in negative traffic. You're like, how did I get less traffic than normal with somebody shouting me out?
I need to. Uh, what was I need to do something. I need to get on a bunch of social media stuff, do things. I need to actually do a video saying about the free Canadian Shield 1 on thing. I posted it, and also now I need to. There's lots of things I need to do. Too many things. Put some social media stuff on TikTok again. Just so much to do. Not enough time. Well, not even, it's not even that enough time. It's just so monotonous. I don't want to do it myself.
Yeah.
And I don't have the money to
Honestly,
pay it.
though, I find myself doing the monotonous things more than the things that aren't, which probably sounds pretty backwards, but it's like the monotonous things I don't have to like think while I'm doing them.
Yeah. Well, that can be dangerous too because I was just talking. I was at work. What was it yesterday or whatever? And I was talking about being able to come and work and be on autopilot, and then probably make the biggest mistake that I've made as far as I'm concerned, since I've been there. Somebody ordered like 3 garlic parmesan, and they wanted three dipping sauces of creamy garlic. Well, I give them jalapeno poppers instead of garlic. uh,
Mm.
and I give them
You see,
and I'd give them 2 marinara sauces instead of 3 creamy garlics. It's like, oh man, it was easily
that
corrected.
might be dangerous for you. For me, autopilot is probably still more functional than most people are
Yeah,
when they're thinking. I remember back in school, there'd be times where I'd basically like just dissociate and be on autopilot all morning. Like I had no memory of anything that I did until lunchtime. I was just in my own head thinking of more important things, right? And then I would find out like later that I aced a test during that period or something just on autopilot. Or
yeah.
like some people liked me better when I was on autopilot.
Oh, Justin says we need to get the Canadian Shield on the ADL's website now. Somehow
Oh,
I think no.
I mean, it is good publicity because nobody likes the ADL. So if you're on their website, then you must be doing something right.
Yeah, it depends on whether I'm on there for a good reason or a bad reason, according to
I
them.
would love to be on there for what they perceive as a bad reason. That would be great. It'd be even more great that like I have a like a left-leaning cousin who actually takes that type of stuff at face value, and it'd be so funny the conversation that would come up if he saw that I was on the ADL's website for bad things. It'd be like, yes, please.
Um, yeah. But yeah, most of the time on autopilot, I'm not that bad. But it was just the irony of having talked about autopilot. Coming to work. Just it's a job that sometimes that you can just come to do work and be on autopilot, and then I go mess up an order like that. Like I said, it was fairly easily correctable. So, apologize to the customer, of course, and this, like, oh, I can't believe I did that. Uh,
Man, there are entire people, like classmates from school, who I don't even remember, even though I saw them every single day, and my other friends do. It's like, what are you talking about? You talk to him every day. It's like, yeah, okay, but that was morning period, right? And very often, if I was on autopilot, it was going to be in the morning. So like, I don't remember anyone from autopilot time.
yeah, the thing is, I probably a lot of people from high school might have known me or whatever or at school. Oh heck, a couple during over Christmas, I think it was, somebody came into my shop that knew me from like grade 4 or 5 or 6 or something like that, 6, 7, or 8.
That was a very long time ago for you.
Yeah, and I have no idea who they are, but they knew exactly who I was.
Yeah, but I'm used to that. Not
Yeah,
not even like autopilot or anything. I just everyone knew me.
yeah. Well, that's the same thing, a lot of churches that I've been in, a lot of people know me, and somebody comes up and says, "Hi, Rick, how are you?" I'm like,
I'm the kind of guy that used to be in like the newspaper
yeah.
for just like stuff I was doing. So it's like everybody knew me. I hardly knew anyone.
But I'm like, I'm doing good. And in my head, I'm like, who are you? I have no idea who's saying hi to me. I don't recall ever meeting them. Then again, I probably did because, I did a lot of stuff around the church. People, my name, people knew a lot of people knew who I was, but I didn't know who a lot of people were. Joshua says, I would have never made that mistake if I were you, Rick. Well, good for you, Joshua.
I believe him.
But yeah, but I get, people knowing you that you don't know for either you met them and they just didn't make an impression. So, you know, you forget who they are almost instantly.
Oh yeah, like I remember I used to be in baseball and scouts at the same time. Right, like I was doing both those things simultaneously, and the scoutmaster also ran the concession stand at the baseball fields, so I saw him a lot, and I also got a lot of badges very frequently without even trying. Like I just did things because they were fun, and I didn't even know there was a badge associated with half of them. Right? So he was calling me down all the time, and because he knew me, everybody started to know me because he's like, when he would call me down, he would be like, "And now, come on down, the legendary Tommy McGrath." Like he would just announce me professionally almost, and that started it. That was the start of the chain for the rest of my life in that town, where just like everybody got to know me, and I don't know anyone.
Yeah,
If
you
I had
like
lived in
getting
that town for long enough, I probably could get elected mayor just on the fact that everybody knows me.
you go back there, see whether you can.
You know. Well, the problem is you have to live there for I think 6 years straight.
Oh.
to be qualified for a mayoral election, and I haven't. And I've gone back there. I've lived there for a year at a time since school. I just haven't lived anywhere for more than 3 years straight in since I got out of school.
Uh, and that was that by choice or not by choice or a bit of both?
Mixed, depends on each situation, but I don't really care to live in the same place anyway. I kind of like traveling.
Yeah. I'd like to have a home base, but somewhere I can come back to. But yeah, I wouldn't mind traveling a little.
It also makes you live light, right? Like I've got only a couple boxes to my name, and I don't collect too much.
Yeah. Oh, that's good but bad. I like to. I got more than a couple boxes. I got probably about 40 or 50 banana boxes full of stuff. Maybe more. Although I'm not quite done. I have just recently transferred almost all my stuff that can go in boxes into banana boxes.
Yeah.
Just to make it uniform in my what you call it, storage unit. So
Mm-hmm. See, if it was totally up to me, you guys would see me very, very infrequently. Very infrequently at all. Not that I wouldn't still pop in and say hi when I can, but I would have just taken my couple boxes. I would have given it to a very close friend and be like, hey, just keep these in your attic until I come back. And then I would have just been on foot going around the entire country.
uh, but Marsupial insisted that you come live with him.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't see you out on the street.
Yeah,
Which is
because
good.
apparently that is a more horrifying thing to like everyone but me.
Yeah.
To me, it's like, oh, that's where the adventure is. I was going to run away when I was 15,
Yeah.
and then I didn't because of a girl. But then I was going to again senior year, and my mom just like, I can't, you can't do that. I'm sorry. It's like, if you were in better health condition, maybe I would ignore you. I just, I don't know. I feel like my walkabout's been robbed from me my entire life.
Uh, sorry. Do you think you're ever gonna get to do it?
I don't know. Maybe one day. Maybe one day soon.
Just say, hey, Marsupial, keep my stuff here. I'm going for walkabout for a year
Yeah, yeah.
or 6 months or whatever.
Yeah, even a short one. It's like, keep my stuff here. I'm going to go bother Dillard the state over.
Yeah. Yeah. Could you even bother Dillard? Would he let Dillard, you know, gone underground, it seems lately. Gone to
Yeah, I could
ground.
find him.
Oh, I know where he. Well, I know where he lives, or as long as nothing's happening that way. It's just.
Because I am very good at bothering people in person. You know, like I'm pretty tenacious, almost like a tick. It's hard to actually get rid of me once I'm somewhere. So it's like, if I showed up at his doorstep, it wouldn't be anything you do about it. I'd camp out in the freaking levee
Yeah.
behind his house. I've got a tent.
Yeah. I'd like to do. Maybe not walk, but I would like to take a car and go across Canada. Visit, some of the major towns, see some of the major stuff. I know I'd like to go see the West Edmonton Mall. I wanted to go see that.
Edmonton
too.
is one of the places I've been planning to visit.
I think maybe not this year, but maybe 2027. I might do Edmonton Comic Con.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's only two areas in Canada I've ever been planning to visit: Edmonton and your general area, though.
Yeah,
Unless I was going out of the way to see you particularly and not having you see me, I'd probably mostly be sticking in Toronto because those two areas I know a lot of people in both,
yeah,
right? But like most of the people I know are in Toronto proper, not a couple towns over where you are.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's easy for
But
me.
I mean, if you couldn't make your way out to wherever I was going, I'm a good walker. I'd probably walk over to Hamilton and say hi anyway.
Yeah, well, I can believe that
If
you
you're even
could.
still there. I don't even know if you're still there anymore.
Oh yeah, I'm in Hamilton.
Okay.
I'm back in Hamilton, probably for quite some time. My job's here, I've got a good job, so.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I know you went back to the area. I just didn't know if you went specifically back there.
yeah, well, when I first came back, it was up at my dad's, which is up in Owen Sound.
Yeah.
Not that you know where this is, but Owen Sound area, which is about 2.5,
The
3 hour
only
drive.
reason I know where that is because you have shown me on Google Maps before in conversation.
Yeah. Uh, but yeah, Toronto walk is probably about 4 or 5, probably 5 or 6 hours away. Not sure.
You got to count the time down. I walk really fast. You probably subtract maybe a whole hour from it.
Let's see. Google Maps. I guess it would also depend where you're going from in Hamilton, Toronto to where you're going in Hamilton, but Toronto more accurately because like it's a lot bigger place than we'll just say my location. Oh, this says 16 hours to walk it.
Okay. I could do that.
16 hours and 16 minutes. It is. Okay, have a good night, Alpha. He says he's hitting the side.
You know, that's still shorter than walking from Dallas to Fort Worth. I've done that before.
Yeah, not that you would necessarily know how long far this is, but it says 71.2 kilometers.
Okay.
I'm not sure whether I can switch it to miles. Yeah,
I mean, you don't have to. I have a decent grasp on how long a kilometer is, Rick.
yeah. Well, I wasn't sure, but it says 40. I changed. It was easy. 44.3 miles.
I don't know if you've perused my site, but basically every single measurement is in both imperial and metric. I'm familiar with both systems.
Yeah.
We like to joke around. People like to pretend Americans don't know metric because we still insist on using the imperial system, and I do insist on using the imperial system. I think it's better for many practical parts of life, though metric is better for larger scale stuff that we often do in physics and astronautics and stuff like that. But most Americans that at least paid attention in school are familiar enough with the metric system because we had to work with both.
Oh, well, I was gonna say most of I would.
The only one I think that confuses people out of the difference, and technically the other one isn't even metric, it is just a different system, is the shift between Fahrenheit and Celsius.
Yeah.
Because if you were going to be measuring temperature, which it's still weird to call that temperature, but if you were going to be measuring that in metric at all, you'd actually be telling what the heat value in Kelvin was.
Yeah. Most people, I guess, just associate Celsius with metric just
Yeah,
to.
because most metric countries use Celsius as their temperature.
Yeah. Yeah, and well, a lot of people are confused. Like, a lot of Canadians know both too. What
Oh
like
yeah, you'd have to. I know there's certain parts of Canada that still have like older signs in it too, because you guys used to use Imperial a
yeah,
long time ago. But also, you have to do business and a lot with the states. So like, I would assume that even if you weren't like precisely aware of how long a mile was by feel, you'd still have a general idea of it.
yeah. It's where well, we're getting to the major part of the population have grown up with just metric.
Hmm.
Like I get and what I mean by that. Say my dad before he died. Like he grew up when he was young. It was imperial, well, sort of imperial, because even though we had imperial, it was a different imperial than the states, because the British imperial was different than, well, standard. I think it was standard and imperial. They both used, the pounds, the ounces, the
Yeah, yeah.
miles,
Well,
and all
so we
that.
we use the older imperial system. Yeah, you're talking about the British standard system, which is where they took the imperial system, they tried to standardize it.
Yeah, yeah. So everything is a little off from the imperial system. With that, well, not maybe not everything, but some stuff is off from it. Like your measurement or whatever. Where I don't know exactly, but I'm just using something as an example that I'm not sure of. Like a pound. For that might be 16.1 ounce, where the imperial is just 16 ounces or something like that. But
No, the thing
uh,
is, you have to keep these things standardized anyway, right? So all of this stuff, they do this with metric, is that there are checks where like for calibration, and every like year or so, they have to go and they have to measure against their calibrators to make sure that a meter is still a meter.
and then I was gonna say, oh yeah, I was saying about my dad. Like when he grew
Hmm.
up, it was all in the standard, thing. So halfway through his life, or a quarter of the way through his life, or whatever way through his life, Canada switched over to the metric. So now he's having to learn all that. And he was a mechanic, or millwright, so he's learning both for that sort of stuff too. So, like he could convert a lot of the stuff, from one to the other. He learned both. Now there's a lot of people where all they've grown up with, or all the people that grew up with standard, a lot of them are dead now. And there's just people that grew up with thing. But I grew up with my dad and my mom who learned the standard, and they put it
Yeah, yeah.
out onto me. So, not that I'm saying that's a bad thing, but I learned it because of them. And a lot of Canadians, we're weird. We interchange the two in using them.
Oh yeah, yeah. A lot of Americans do too.
And hello, Grant.
Not with distances. Miles is pretty much the one that you always get no matter what, unless you're talking to like a athlete, right? Because a lot of races are like foot races, bike races, swimming races, things like that are actually all done in metric because of the Olympics. So like athletes might interchange walking distances, whether they're talking within like meters or miles. I think the only time that people don't interchange that here is vehicles, like driving distance. Driving distance is like pretty much strictly miles. Nobody juggles it in their head or anything.
Yeah, I think we do both. I think we do. Depends on who you're talking to. We'll say
But
kilometers
like
or we say miles, depending on who you're talking to.
running a 5K. is a pretty common thing that most in shape people might do at some point in time. So there's a lot of people that think of foot distances by the kilometer.
Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, and then like, well, there's something that I was, I guess, surprised with too, and it's on topic when Star Trek, knowing that it's in the States, they did all the kilometers and all that in it. It's like, okay, that's interesting. That's weird.
Yeah, but that's they were
But
basing it off of aerospace travel, right? So NASA measures everything metrically.
yeah,
And it
so
helps to do that because, you're not just dealing with Americans. Like we bring other people up all the time. Mission control is almost like air traffic control for the whole world sometimes. So you're talking with like French people, you're talking with like Japanese people, Chinese people, Russians are up there in space too. Like you've got all these different people. It's like we need one unit of measurement. And it's like, well, all of you guys do metric. So of course we're going to just do the metric too for that.
yeah, and it's just, I think it's probably a little easier to break down, 10.
Oh yeah, especially for like mechanics in space. For precision parts, it is much easier to use metric.
Yeah, where trying to go a fraction of an inch, it's sometimes hard.
Yeah. I will say Imperial because I've used both. I think the measurements of Imperial, because that's how we adapted everything originally, are better for baking. Like if I'm cooking, entirely Imperial, which a lot of people in the world still do too. A lot of people they'll measure by like cups and pints and stuff like that, and tablespoons and teaspoons
Yeah,
instead of like by the gram
yeah, like
or by like the milliliter.
we, at my work we have measuring cups, and it has quarter cup, half a cup. We have all
Yeah, it'll be like
that.
imperial on one side, metric on the other of
Yeah,
the measuring cup.
for these it's not even that. It's just it says quarter cup, half cup.
Oh,
And we got them
oh, is it
at
like the scoops where it's
yeah,
like each one is a specific size? Okay.
yeah, yeah. So for measuring out liquid or something, oh, we need a quarter, cup of this liquid or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we've got both of those over here, right? So we got the individual measuring cups that are like scoops, and then there's also the all-purpose measuring cup, and it's got like both the imperial and metric labels on it.
Yet at the same time, for weighing the arnacchini, when they're cooked and they're going in a bag, it's got to be 400. It's about 480 grams. So it's like
Hmm.
we're using both in there just for stuff for recipes, as you said, the baking, and then
Yeah, yeah.
the selling of stuff. For people, it's in the metric.
Well, I like the ounce as like a weight because if you hold an ounce in your hand, it is like a good round weight that you can get used to the feeling of how much an ounce is, right?
Yeah,
While a singular gram is so small that you don't really get used to the weight of it until you hit at least 5 grams.
yeah. But it's definitely it's interesting the dynamics of the measurement and
Hmm.
well,
Well,
I'm here for
the
Canada,
thing
but
where Americans mix up the two the most is liquid in general,
yeah,
right? Because we'll sell uh, milk, water, tea, and a few other things by the gallon, and some things like orange juice and stuff by the gallon or by the pint or by the quart, right? We might even milk by the quart, like we'll do that imperial. But then we sell soda by the liter
no,
for the most part,
I did not
right?
realize
Because
that.
yeah, 2 liter bottle of soda is the most common thing that you can buy. And we're the ones who actually started doing that before anyone else. But also at the same time, we sell soda by the ounce, because when you look at all cans, it's like 12 fluid ounces. So it's like, okay, we're doing soda by the ounce in one thing, but when we're selling it in bulk, we're doing it by the liter.
That's weird. Definitely.
Yeah, yeah. That's the one that really gets everyone. It's like, why? At least all these other liquids, gallons, quarts, pints, and stuff, like they're all using the same measurement. Yeah, they have the metric on it as well to tell you how much it is, but like the actual measurement is rounding off imperial. But then when we get to like soda and anything sold like soda, a lot of energy drinks and stuff are in the same regard. On the small scale, it's ounces imperial. On the large scale, it's liters metric.
Interesting. Obviously, and not having lived in the States, I haven't noticed this, like I've been to the States a few times, but never noticed that.
Yeah.
Or pop, like when I was in LA the first time before I knew anybody here, I did go buy a bottle or two of pop, and, I didn't really notice that it was, I'm not sure whether I remember noticing whether it was in liters or not, like,
Yeah, yeah. That normal size soda bottle is a 2 liter bottle,
uh,
right? But again, when you get smaller, so you could also get like a 1 liter bottle sometimes. It used to
yeah.
be some stores, but I think only dollar stores still do this. You used to be able to get a 3 liter bottle too if you wanted like an extra big one. Once you get back down smaller size, glass bottles and plastic bottles will then be like 20 ounces. Right, so we shifted back down to ounces again, and everything from that size and smaller is all in
Yeah.
ounces.
I have actually seen a 3 liter bottle. We had them not for the main pops, but for some uh
Yeah, like the off
cheap,
brands, like the
cheap brand,
the stuff that like the store brand might be, right?
like Coca Cola or RC Cola. I seen
Hmm.
in the 3 liter a few times. They didn't last long around here. I really liked them. So.
Oh, it was the I think last time I saw them because they were really popular on the shelf between like the late '90s, early aughts. So it's been a long time since they
Yeah.
were in major grocery stores. But like in the earlier half of that, you used to be able to get main brand sodas. Like I would see stuff like RC or Pepsi or whatever. Later on, though, you could only get like the store brands soda in 3 liter.
Okay.
This would be like a good soda or like Dr. K or something like that.
Yeah. But yeah. So I've seen
And if
that.
the store brand ones, you used to be able to get that for a buck back then, right? $1 for 3 liters. And like, I'm getting that. And I just had like a 3 liter bottle of soda in my hand while I was walking around town drinking directly from it. And a really big lip. People were looking at me crazy. I'm like, hey, I paid for this. Leave me alone.
Yeah. I think I probably did something similar. I would drink from a 3 liter bottle easy. I drink from 2 liters, so uh, I end up going a little longer on here than I planned. It's 12:17, but I gotta get up in the morning for work, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think I'm going to end. When the prices went up, you saw the last of them. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. I think that was the big thing was
well,
they,
maybe
they
for
just
you
weren't worth um
making.
like actually bottling them like that anymore because it was probably costing more than what they were actually making off of people buying because a lot of people weren't buying it. Like I was in the minority of people that wanted soda by the 3 liter. So like it had to be at a justifiable price range for them, not just me.
Yeah. And yeah, I think that's the case too. Not too many people got the 3 liter, but it was unique when I saw it. So I bought it a couple times, and then it disappeared. I wouldn't say it disappeared because of price here. I think it just people didn't really pick up on it buying 3 liter.
Especially because it's so big, right? Like it's great if you have a big family, right? For like pizza night or something, you're pouring it for everyone. But it's a little too big to put into a cooler to take with you camping or something or tailgating. It's a very large bottle of soda.
Yeah, because most of these things are made for 2 liter or less, right? They're
Hmm.
not even really made for the 2 liter, but a lot of them, the coolers or whatever. Well, they've been coming made for them, but
They don't really fit in your fridge either, so it's like you really only want to buy it if you're gonna use the whole thing up like then.
yeah. But, anyways, you want to promote anything, Metal?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I do. I mean, I canceled it tonight. I don't know if I'm going to do it tomorrow, but the reason I'm doing it so frequently is so I could feel comfortable canceling it. And any show I cancel is only 1/5 of my schedule that week instead of half, how it used to be. But people can catch me over, usually this time, most weeknights on the Vomitorium Live, for an hour. You get me for an hour at a late night show, midnight crosses time. Um, but I really do need to be expanding stuff on my website. I've been working on a lot of stuff behind the scenes, but I just haven't really been working on
Yeah.
anything people get to see. And I need to work on something that people get to see very soon. But you can find all of my good stuff at ecksteinmisschaos.com. And who knows? You subscribe to the Vomitorium, I might do a drawing stream soon or something. I don't know. I've got
Sure.
this whole table set up for it. I just haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Just depends how I feel.
Yeah, tomorrow night I actually gotta draw a sketch live of Rainbow Mika from. I'm not sure what it's from, but it's
Ooh,
full.
I know Armika. It was originally from the Street Fighter Alpha series, but then she came back in with Street Fighter 5, and she is a wrestler. That's great. Does a lot of moves with her butt.
Yeah, that's for Alpha because from the Silhouette game he got physical commission. So I've been meaning to do it for quite some time. I forgot about it for quite some time. So, I'm gonna do it probably tomorrow night for my show. That way I can get it done and then send it off to him. Probably with a few other things. I just gotta make sure, see what he got in the package that I sent to him for what he bought off the campaign. I might have put in some extra goodies for him. I just forget what. So hopefully that stuff gets to people soon. I was probably the
Mm-hmm.
Christmas thing. I know somebody in Delaware got their stuff like in like less than a week, and it's like Outcast and
Man, you have a
Alpha.
customer in Delaware?
Yeah, I got a customer in Finland.
Yeah, but I believe that more than Delaware. I mean, the only thing that comes out of Delaware is business law.
Yeah, I got. I won't say every all the 50 states, but yeah, quite a few of them. You know, I wouldn't even say half, but definitely a few in Texas. A couple in Arizona, some in California. Not in Alaska yet. So, anyways, yeah, thanks for coming on, Metal. Thanks everybody in the chat for coming by and chatting. Of course, I will be on tomorrow morning at about 8:30. And I will be drawing up some of Insecto number 4, going over some stuff. I'm not sure where I left off on that. So I'm probably going to go back to the beginning, just like I did with uh, Lesson of Bible Stories. Start getting them drawn a little bit better from the beginning and just go through and do what I can. And then they'll be done when they're done.
I don't think I don't think we've ever gone over a script for Insecto. I've seen it, well, the form that it exists in, but I don't think we've ever gone over it.
No. Probably we should. Well, probably when I go to do the dialogue, I will. But since I'm doing uh, I'm actually doing all the artwork myself on that.
You do your thumbnails first.
Well, in a sense, did that too. I did do my thumbnails, but like I look at it, I know what I want in it compared to, like I don't have to just do the describing like I gotta do for other people, which I gotta
Mm-hmm.
start doing thumbnails for, and I gotta update that for Flit. Oh crap! I was supposed to get with Flit. Hopefully tomorrow night.
I remember that. I remember you saying that.
Yeah, I was saying about Monday, but I guess it's gonna be Wednesday now. Wednesday or Thursday. Depends on what's going on with him.
From the conversation I had with him, that lasted until you woke back up that same night. Nothing's going on with him.
Yeah. I just haven't seen him in my chat for, a couple months. So, okay. Yes. We'll see everybody tomorrow morning or this morning, depending where you are. For me, it's going to be this morning since it's after midnight. So, bye for now. God bless. Love you all. Have a great and wonderful day, night, whatever it might be for you.